Hello Tarot Rebels, welcome to today's video. My name is Michaela from Tarot Rebel and I'm super happy to see you joining us. Today we have the new Flora Tarot and I will show you my first impressions and what I think of the deck. And let's see if I can make it a staple in my collection. Please remember that this is not a tarot reading, so if you want to book a reading with me, my details are in the description box down below. Or you can just choose one of the pick a card videos that are listed on my channel. Please remember to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Share this video if you like it. Share your opinions. I would love to see what you have to say about this. And without further ado, let's get back to the point of this video. So this is a Kickstarter deck. The deck creator is, I hope I'm saying it right, Yara Cortez, and you can see the name. No, she didn't add her name on the deck. So you can find more details at the laluli.com website. Oops, sorry for that. The version I got of Kickstarter is the soft deck, which includes the deck in a tuck box, this linen reading cloth, and also the PDF guidebook, which I have to say I'm quite upset that I didn't go for the printed version, because the guidebook is absolutely gorgeous, and if the deck creator decides to put it for sale separately from the deck, then that would be lovely, because I would like to have it. This deck, as you can see, it comes wrapped in cellophane, and it has this this thing here that reminds me of my mother's cigarette boxes, but yeah, it opens like this. Sorry for the noise. And I'm just gonna put this aside. This is the box. I hope you can see it has like a really nice embossing to the box. It has this beautiful stamp here. It reminds me of sorry, I just noticed it wasn't in the camera viewfinder. This reminds me of the Pagan Otherworlds in some way. So yeah, it's quite nice. It's a really nice cardboard, very high quality, I would say. I'm just gonna open it at this end because I don't want to ruin the stamp. This is how I am as a person. As I said, this deck comes only with the cards and no guidebook, so they're kind of hard to remove from the box, which is unexpected, I would say. The interior of the box, I think, is very well thought. I assume if you open it, you're just gonna see the plant, the flower that's based on, and it says here, make it lucky, so I assume the creator knew that people will open it at this end rather than the other one. I'm not sure if the other one has something written on it. If someone opens the box at the other end with the stamp, please let me know. So this is the deck. Let me find my Centennial and see how it fares in terms of size and other stuff. This is, oh, it's much bigger. As you can see, it is much bigger than the standard tarot deck. Let's see, how can I make this look pretty while talking about the deck, because the point of it is to show, wow, this tablecloth is quite huge. Okay, so sorry for that. This is La Flora Tarot, and it's a botanical tarot deck based on the Rider-Waite-Smith. This was basically my decision. This was why I based my decision by not buying the guidebook, because if it's based on the RWS system, there's not necessarily a need for reading the guidebook. However, after reading through the PDF guidebook, I think I would have benefited from having the opportunity to have at my fingertips the knowledge of why certain decisions were made with regards to the plans. I think it looks quite vintagey, quite Victorian, and the creator does acknowledge this in her Kickstarter campaign as well as on her YouTube videos. And it's a deck comprised of 84 cards measuring 75 by 130 millimeters. The cardstock is a linen cardstock. Let's see if I can show it to you on camera. I hope you can pick it up, but I'm not really sure. The linen is very sturdy but very flexible at the same time, and it has quite a nice flex to it. So I'm happy with how it feels. Like tactile is very important for me and probably for other people as well. And this deck does feel very nice and very high quality when handling it. I mean, I can tell just by touching this one single card, because I haven't opened the deck until now. Sorry for that. Had to stop. My battery ran out. The type of artwork that used the method was used is called stippling, and apparently it's because of the type of art that was used to evoke the plants. They were the drawings were collected from different eras, different artists, so they lack the stylistic cohesion, if you like. So by doing everything in this stippling method, they kind of look very similar right now. I'm not very much of an art buff. I know what I like, what I don't like. I cannot say stylistically what's impressive about a certain style or the other, but I can understand why this choice was made, because it does look very cohesive in the end. So I think that was the judgment behind it. And I think what's more important for me as a tarot reader is to understand the meaning behind the plants. And I'm not very much into plants. Like I can look at plants in real life and not know what, if that's, I don't know, nightshade or if it's belladonna, right? So that was one of the reasons why I got this deck, because while I do have a lot of herbal and floral decks, so I do have the Herb Crafter Tarot, I have the Botan Tarot, I have the Vitia Botanica, and the other, not the Maiden Oracle, but the Tarot. Oh, I cannot remember the name of it, but I don't use them because it's kind of like the Potent Tarot. I think it's the easiest one to understand why certain images were chosen, because at the center of the deck you have just the peony, right, as a flower. But the other ones, the Herb Crafters, I was really inspired by it, and when I got it I just couldn't connect with it. It's just plants that don't resonate with me because they're not part of my culture. I wish I knew that before I purchased the deck. I didn't do my research well enough, so I ended up with a deck that it does look pretty. I think it has a wealth of knowledge, but I just don't resonate with. And then the Ophidia Rosa, yes, that's the one. Again, it's really pretty, and I was really enthralled by it for some time. But I think while I do like the tea stain aspect and blending of poetry with tarot and with very minimal imagery, it doesn't work for me, because I keep going back to the leaflet that serves as a guidebook, and I cannot use it on its own, and I cannot use it with the guidebook, because I kind of feel like it defeats the whole purpose to read someone else's thoughts in terms of haikus and poems with regards to tarot. So it's counterproductive to the type of readings I do. so I don't use it. But this deck, I read on the Kickstarter campaign how the creator decided to go about choosing certain plants and flowers by understanding the plant's characteristics and how to match it against a tarot card. So the intention was very clear to me, and I think it helped me decide to purchase the deck in the end. Also, the fact that I think most of it, if not all the cards were already created when the campaign started, so they were published on the Kickstarter page, and I could see the cards that I'm usually interested and the cards that would be a deal breaker for me. I looked at them and I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this image. I'm just gonna purchase the deck because all the cards I'm interested in, they were all very solid choices in my book. So I went on and purchased the deck in the end. I'm honestly, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and reading on the Kickstarter campaign page the intention behind the deck and how the choices were made, even if it's just like short brief description of what the intention was, it was really helpful for me as a buyer, first of all, as a supporter of the campaign, if you like, to decide if I want to back this project or not. And I did, and honestly I'm really happy. Like, okay, there were some delays that didn't have to do with anything with the creator. The creator was always in contact with us, updating us with regards to delays and timelines and where we are with the deck, so I was happy with that. The deck was supposed to be here, I think, in November, but I got it in February. No big deal, to be honest, from my point of view. Okay, I think I've talked a lot. And I should stop, and I'll just show you the cards. What I like about the cards is this inner frame here. Like, all the cards have this inner frame that has the number, the title card, the common name of the plant, and then the Latin official name. And I think this is a very nice way of doing things, because some people might recognize only the regular name, but maybe they want to learn more about the official name, the Latin name of the plant, right? So it's quite nice. I do appreciate this, and stylistically I think it works perfectly. As you can see, the colors, it's a very muted palette with beigey sepia. I don't know if it's sepia. In my head I'm calling it sepia, and black colors, and no other pop of colors. And it's gonna be probably one of my most used decks by the looks of it. So we have the Fool with Dandelion. I'm just gonna say the regular name of the plant if I can read it, because I don't have my glasses. The Magician is the Opium Poppy, obviously. Hallucinogenic plant. The High Priestess is the Tulip. The Empress is the Magnolia, which is one of my favorite plants. One of the reasons why I chose the deck, because I love the Magnolia and I think it fits the profile of the Empress. The Emperor is the Italian Arum. The Hierophant is the Mari. Lovers is the Rose, which is very fitting, obviously. It's a flower that's most associated with romantic love. The Chariot is the Beach Mango. The Strength is the Deadly Nightshade. The Hermit is the Windflower. Also, I'm looking at the names because English is not my first language, so while I do recognize some of the plants, I don't know the English word for it. The Wheel of Fortune is Jasmine, which is gorgeous. The Justice is the Iris. The Hangman is the Mandrake. The Death card is the Lily of the Valley. Temperance is peony, which I love. And the devil is the devil's trumpet. So I just took some notes out of the Kickstarter campaign, because the way the artist decided to explain why they chose certain plants, it explained based on this card, the devil, right? So the tarot card, the devil, is associated with the devil's trumpet. In Latin is the tura metal, because it is a clear indication of a potential best match. It's part of the nightshade family, and it's known for its narcotic and hallucinogenic powers. Scopolamine and hyoscyamine, some extremely hazardous neurotoxins, are derived from this plant. The scopolamine is tasteless and odorless, mind-altering substance, fatal at high doses, but most notoriously known for producing loss of memory and hallucinations. And it acts by blocking neurotransmitters that carry information to the part of the brain responsible for storing short-term memory. Whatever happens to people under the effect of scopolamine is simply not registered by the brain. Sorry for that, lots of interruptions today. And one can easily imagine how terribly malicious the use of such substance could be, especially if the subject is unaware of it. Maybe diabolical would be the proper word to describe it. So, it's now, if you read the book and read in detail the importance of choice with regards to each of the cards, you can see why I'm a bit upset by it, because I didn't buy the book. And while I'm happy printing out the PDF guide, it won't be the same experience as flicking through a book as you want when you need it, because the tactile experience, again, will be massively important when trying to handle new information and absorb it. But that's just me. Let's get on with the tarot deck. The Tower is the hibiscus and the serpent. The Star is the orchid. The Moon is the primrose. The Sun is the sunflower, of course. The Judgment is the elderberry. And the World is the passion flower. Moving on to the Wands suit, you have Aloe for the Ace of Wands, the Royal Ponciana for the Two of Wands, the Rose Mallow for the Three of Wands, the Giant Crenum for the Four of Wands, beautiful, the Five of Wands with the Kohi, the Six of Wands with the fig, which is one of my favorite things in the world, Six of Wands and the fig, the Seven of Wands with the elephant ear, the Eight of Wands with Feijoa or Feijoa, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, the Nine of Wands with the China Aster, Ten of Wands, Sacred Tree, the Page of Wands with the pomegranate, the Knight of Wands with the lace leaf, the Queen of Wands with the fuchsia, gorgeous card, and the King of Wands with the tiger lily. Okay, let me put my deck in order, because it looks like we're starting with the Pentacles here. Ace of Pentacles with Cobra Lily, Two of Pentacles with Pistachio, the Three of Pentacles with Franklinia, the Four of Pentacles with Spider Lily. And I remember reading the guidebook and thinking, there are an awful lot of lilies in the in the plant world. I didn't even realize, like, you have the lily, the lily of the valley, the tiger lily, the spider lily. There was some other lily as well. So yeah, an awful lot of lilies. I didn't know that. The Five of Pentacles with the Seville Orange. The Six of Pentacles with Nasturtium. Seven of Pentacles with Sour Cherry. Gorgeous choice, I will have to say. The Eight of Pentacles with the Plume Poppy. The Nine of Pentacles with the Clover, as is the back of the deck. And the Ten of Pentacles with the Japanese Camellia. Page of Pentacles with Black Hellebore. Knight of Pentacles with Sweet Pea. The Queen of Pentacles with the Belladonna Lily, another lily, by the way. And the King of Pentacles with the Balsam Apple. Moving on to the Suit of Cups, we have the Winter Cherry for the Ace, the Begonia for the Two of Cups, which Begonia is one of my favorite flowers, and the Two of Cups obviously one of the best cards. I really appreciate the gentleness of the card, and having the Begonia associated with this card, I think it's very fitting, for me at least. The Three of Cups with Catchfly. The Four of Cups with Saffron Crocus. The Five of Cups with Mums. Six of Cups with Phoenix Eye Fruit. The Seven of Cups with Snake Vine. Eight of Cups with Morning Glory. The Nine of Cups with Queen's Grip Myrtle. Oops, sorry. The Ten of Cups with Virgin's Bower. The Page of Cups with Trump and Gentian. And the Knight of Cups with Bird Tongue. Gorgeous flower. Queen of Cups with Willow's Pitcher Plant. And the King with Grapevine. Last but not least, we have the Suit of Swords. The Ace of Swords is Sibistox. Two of Swords is Oleander, and I remember reading the book and I thought to myself, I haven't seen the word oleander written or spoken in ages probably, and I remember feeling so grateful that someone brought it to my attention once again, because there was this book about myths and legends when I was growing up, and I remember reading the word oleander the first time and going through to my dictionary and trying to understand what kind of plant it is. Obviously back then we didn't have internet because it was ages ago, prehistoric. I just dated myself, but it is what it is. So when I saw the word in a tarot deck, I got instantly excited for some reason. The Three of Cups is Kachurai. Sorry, Three of Swords, Kachurai. The Four of Swords, Guaiquood. The Five of Swords is the Oyster Plant. Six of Swords, Egyptian Senna. Seven of Swords is the Pelican Flower. Eight of Swords is the Velvet Bean. Nine of Swords is the Rattle Pod. Ten of Swords is the Rose Apple. The Page of Swords is the Apple Blossom. Knight of Swords is the Yellow Moonbeam. The Queen of Swords is Frangipani, which I absolutely adore for a choice of a flower in terms of the Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords is the Baragon. Additionally, we have a couple extra cards. As I said, in total 84 cards. So we have the black, I forgot the name of it. How did the author, the blank, make it lucky. And then we have some 3 extra cards. We have the Seeker, this one that says love, hope, luck, faith, and the Flora. Yeah, you can use the 3 cards, you can just put them aside. It doesn't really matter, if up to you. What I find interesting is that this design is basically the inverted version of this, which is funny, and I do get it why it's called Make It Lucky. Then you have this white blank card basically, and this black card. I assume you can use these as yes no, for yes no type of questions, and this these cards, you can use them as significators if you want. I think they're gorgeous. I probably will not use them because I never tend to use the extra cards, but it is what it is. So I wanted to bring to your attention some decks that I think will go really well with this deck. One of them is an Oracle deck, anyway, some sort of an Oracle deck, and the other one is a tarot deck that I recently bashed in one of my videos. So let's see how the modern tarot reader fares with this deck. I thought of it because it's a very Victorian design, in a similar color palette. It's a bit more colorful than the Flora, but I think they kind of look well together. That was my intention. And I think because the La Flora is a tad taller and bigger in size, the cards anyway, I think they look well together. I'm not sure if you agree, but I think they look well together. And the other one is this Botanical Inspirations deck. For some reason I kind of forgot about this deck, and when I saw this La Flora tarot has arrived, I remembered it, and I was like, oh, I should use it together. And now looking at them, they kind of fit very well together, although I don't think they do work in the same way. Probably I'll use the Oracle as a center point, and then the other tarot as clarifiers, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see. But I think stylistically they kind of go well together. So yeah, that's my proposal anyway. Let's see how it shuffles. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the cloth. I keep buying cloths with my tarot decks and I never use them. I can't tell you why. This one is actually really nice and neutral, so I might end up using it. This deck shuffles like a dream. The tactile experience of this deck is absolutely amazing. It is made in Taiwan, not in China, so probably I'm still contributing to some kind of environmental issue there, but it is what it is. It shuffles like a dream. Let's see. Oop. Because of the cloth, I can't really corner shuffle. But yeah, it's a gorgeous deck. Sorry for that. The Queen of Cups with the Willows Pitcher Plant. Yeah, this is a gorgeous deck. I would totally recommend it if you have the chance to get your hands on it. It's an amazing little deck that I'm happy I got. It will probably be used more than my other plant decks, more than my other antique looking, vintage looking decks, more than my I don't know, other linen finish decks, because I think it's a really nice quality. And the intention behind it, I totally support that. So yeah, Let me know if you have the deck, if you want the deck. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below, or let me know how you think about it, if you like it, if you don't like it. Maybe you don't like it, maybe you don't like the borders or the titles, maybe you find it too boring or too crowded in terms of art. Up to you, let me know. I would love to hear your comments in the section down below, or if you can support this channel by leaving a like, share, subscribe to my channel, push the notification bell, that would be lovely as well. So thank you so much for sticking with me for this long, and I do hope to see you in another video. Bye.